Welcome back to the sanctuary of loyalty and truth. Welcome back to anything you want. You are here because you understand that in the fragile ecosystem of the entertainment industry, true friendship is the rarest currency of all. You have joined our community because you refuse to be satisfied with the superficial headlines. You crave the deep, resonant stories of human connection that endure when the cameras stop rolling. Today, we are opening a file that has stunned the gossip columns and redefined the public image of one of Turkey's most reserved stars. We are discussing the storm surrounding Erkan Meriç's high-profile divorce and the unexpected, unwavering shield raised by Hazal Subaşı. Before we delve into this narrative of justice and solidarity, please, solidify your commitment to the truth. Press the subscribe button, ignite the like button to help us conquer the algorithm, and if you truly wish to support high-caliber, independent storytelling, our join button is your gateway to the inner circle. Your support allows us to analyze the character behind the celebrity. Today, we witness the power of a friend who refuses to stay silent. Let us begin. In the world of celebrity news, we are accustomed to noise. We are used to stars who live their lives on social media, broadcasting every opinion and every grievance. However, Hazel Subaşı has always been the antithesis of this archetype. Known for her elegance, her discretion, and a silence that has become her signature, she has navigated the treacherous waters of fame by keeping her private thoughts strictly private. Yet, recent events have caused a seismic shift in this demeanor. Her decision to publicly and firmly support actor Erkan Meriç in his highly publicized and emotionally draining divorce has caused a stir that is reverberating through the entertainment world. This is not merely a story about a legal proceeding, it is a story about character. Subaşı's firm stance, emerging from a woman known for her reserved demeanor, has been interpreted by industry insiders as a defining moment. A fact that will be a topic of discussion for a long time, both in the hushed conversations behind the scenes and in the roaring debates on social media. It signifies a breaking point where personal loyalty outweighed the safety of neutrality. To understand the magnitude of Hazal's intervention, we must first appreciate the gravity of the situation facing Erkan Meriç. Reports indicate that his ongoing divorce proceedings are not a simple separation of assets. They are an emotional battlefield. The process has been described as emotionally draining, a slow-motion trauma that has deeply affected his inner circle and chipped away at his spirit. Meriç, a man usually known for his composure, has reportedly withdrawn from public life, rarely appearing outside of his contractual filming obligations. It has not gone unnoticed by those watching closely that amidst this isolation, Hazal Subaşı has emerged as a beacon of light. She has become one of Meriç's greatest sources of moral support during this difficult time. Sources close to the pair claim that this is not a casual involvement. Subaşı has closely followed the legal process from the very beginning. She has studied the details, understood the stakes, and decided to support Meriç not blindly, but because she fundamentally believes that justice must prevail. Her involvement is rooted in a deep sense of fairness. Hazal Subaşı's support wasn't limited to private whispers or comforting text messages. It has taken on a vocal, almost defiant quality. It is said that in conversations with close friends, conversations that inevitably leaked to the press, the young actress expressed deep frustration with the public narrative. She reportedly stated that the legal process Erkan Meriç is going through is far more damaging and complex than it appears on the surface. Clarifying her position with a sentence that has since become a manifesto for loyalty, she declared, "Sometimes silence can be misinterpreted. I stand by my position." These words quickly spread, becoming the focus of tabloid headlines. They represent a significant departure for Subaşı. By saying silence can be misinterpreted, she is acknowledging that in the court of public opinion, saying nothing is often akin to complicity. She chose to break her own rule of silence to ensure that her friend did not stand alone. She chose to be visible so that he would not be invisible in his pain. I have to pause here and ask you, the loyal hearts of anything you want, do you agree with Hazal? Is there a time when staying silent is actually dangerous? Have you ever had to stand up for a friend when everyone else was watching? I am fascinated to hear your stories of loyalty in the comments below. And remember, if you appreciate this deep dive analysis, clicking the join button is the best way to help us keep this channel independent. For Erkan Meriç, this intervention has been a lifeline. It is said that he has found Hazal Subaşı's support to be a massive source of encouragement, a reminder that he is not fighting this battle in a vacuum. Meriç, who had built walls around himself during the difficult legal proceedings, feels somewhat relieved after his long conversations with Subaşı. She has provided him with a safe harbor where he can speak freely without fear of judgment or leaks. It is claimed that their friendship is not a new development but dates back many years. They share a history that predates the current crisis. However, this bond has been further strengthened and tempered in the fire of this delicate time. Adversity introduces a man to himself, but it also introduces him to his true friends. Erkan has rediscovered Hazal not just as a colleague, but as a sister-in-arms. On the other hand, this situation has predictably divided opinions on the battlefield of social media. The internet, which often lacks nuance, has split into two camps. One group is loudly praising Hazal Subaşı for her steadfastness and courage. They see her as a hero who is prioritizing truth over PR safety. Comments like "this is what a real friend looks like" and "she is brave enough to speak up" are flooding her timeline. However, there is another faction, the skeptics and the cynics, who argue that this support could lead to different interpretations in the future. In the world of celebrity gossip, platonic support is often misconstrued as romantic entanglement. These users warn that by stepping so firmly into his corner, Hazal is inviting rumors that could overshadow her own career. Yet, Subaşı's constant avoidance of her private life and her relentless focus on her career make this gesture even more remarkable. She knows the risks, and she took them anyway. We are dissecting the anatomy of a scandal and the loyalty that survives it. If you are enjoying this narrative journey through the complexities of friendship, please take a second to like this video. It tells us that you value depth over drama. And for those who want to help us keep the lights on and the stories flowing, our Super Thanks feature is always open. Although there has been no official press release from Hazal Subaşı and Erkan Meriç detailing the specifics of their alliance, rumors suggest that this support is not a temporary gesture. It is not something that will fade when the headlines change. The entertainment world is following with intense interest how the legal process will conclude, but they are equally interested in what changes this firm's support will bring to both of their lives. This incident has shifted the perception of Hazal Subaşı from a passive beauty to an active force of nature. She has shown that she has a voice, and she is willing to use it for the people she loves. It seems that Hazal Subaşı's unexpected gesture will remain a topic of discussion for a long time. She has reminded us that behind the glamour, the awards, and the red carpets, these are real people facing real heartbreaks. And in those moments of darkness, the most valuable thing isn't a fan, or a contract, or a camera, it is a friend who says, "I stand by my position." Hazal stood by Erkan. And in doing so, she stood tall for all of us who believe in the power of loyalty. And that, my friends, is the story of the silence that was broken for the sake of justice. We have walked through the emotional battlefield of a divorce and witnessed the courage of a friend who refused to look away. Now, the conversation turns to you. Do you think Hazal's involvement will change the public's view of Erkan's divorce? And is this the beginning of a new, more vocal chapter for Hazal herself? Let us know your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Do not forget to subscribe to Anything You Want and ring that bell. We are your home for the truth behind the glamour. Join the family if you can, and until next time, stand by your friends and speak your truth. Goodbye.